Now, a new analysis shows that the 6-ton iconic altar stone at the heart of Stonehenge originated from northeastern Scotland rather than southwest Wales.
History is a treasure trove of secrets waiting to be uncovered. However, archaeologists often unearth something so strange that it sends shockwaves through the world of science and history alike. These discoveries, from ancient artifacts shrouded in mystery to entire cities lost in time, challenge everything we thought we knew about the past. They are the kind of mysteries that blur the line between history and the unknown, captivating imaginations and inspiring endless debates. Let's dive into some of these mysteries. The antikythera mechanism. The ancient Greek device was the world's first computer to track celestial movements over 2,000 years ago. Its intricate design continues to astound scientists today. Imagine this, a device so advanced it could predict eclipses, track celestial movements, and even map out the ancient Olympic Games, all over 2,000 years ago. In the year 1900, a group of divers exploring the waters near the Greek island of Antikythera stumbled upon a shipwreck. Among the treasures they brought to the surface, bronze statues, pottery, coins, was a lump of corroded bronze and wood. At first, it seemed unremarkable, just another artifact buried under centuries of ocean debris. It wasn't until 2 years later, in 1902, that archaeologist Valerios Stais noticed something peculiar about the object. Embedded within the corroded bronze was a gear, a discovery that would rewrite history. This unassuming object was no ordinary relic. It was an accident machine now known as the Antikythera mechanism, and it would become one of the greatest mysteries of archaeology. The Antikythera mechanism is often called the world's first analog computer. Built over 2,000 years ago in ancient Greece, it was designed to track the movements of the sun, moon, and possibly even planets. It could predict eclipses with stunning accuracy and even follow the irregular orbits of the moon, something that required an advanced understanding of astronomy. This wasn't a simple device. Housed in a wooden box, it contained 37 bronze gears intricately designed to perform these calculations. Modern researchers using X-ray imaging discovered faint inscriptions and hidden mechanisms that revealed just how sophisticated the device truly was. However, many experts initially refused to believe the device was authentic, claiming it was far too advanced for its time. Some speculated that it might have been influenced by the work of Hipparchus, a renowned Greek astronomer. Others wondered if it was part of a larger technological tradition now lost to history. What's even more fascinating is the mystery surrounding the shipwreck itself. How did such a complex machine end up on a Roman cargo ship? Was it being transported to a wealthy patron or used for educational purposes? These questions remain unanswered. Today, this ancient device is housed in the National Museum of Archaeology in Athens, where it continues to interest researchers. The ancient stone spheres of Costa Rica. Deep in the green landscapes of Costa Rica lies the mysterious stone spheres known logically as bola de piedra. Scattered around the Diquis Delta and Isla del Cano, these nearly perfect orbs have puzzled archaeologists and historians since their discovery in the 1930s. Attributed to the now extinct Diquis culture, these massive creations offer a tantalizing glimpse into the region's pre-Columbian past. It began in 1939 when the United Fruit Company cleared jungle land to make way for banana plantations. Amid the dense foliage, workers stumbled upon large, smooth spheres buried in the earth. Initially, these workers saw them as mere obstacles, rolling them aside with bulldozers. The first formal investigation into the spheres came courtesy of Doris Stone, the daughter of a United Fruit executive. In 1943, she published her findings in America Antiquity, sparking international curiosity. This drew the attention of Samuel Kirkland Lothrop from Harvard University's Peabody Museum. Together, they ventured into the Diquis Delta, uncovering not only the spheres but also the remnants of ancient civilizations. The spheres vary greatly in size, with some as small as a few centimeters and others exceeding 2 meters in diameter, weighing up to 15 tons. Most of them are crafted from gabbro, a volcanic rock, while others are made of limestones or sandstones. Despite the lack of metal tools, ancient craftsmen achieved an astonishing level of precision. They likely used hammerstones to carve the spheres and sand for polishing, resulting in perfectly spherical shapes. Costa Rican architect Melissa Rudin Hernandez proposed a spiritual interpretation, suggesting that the spheres represented the universe and were a profound artistic and symbolic expression. Today, the stone spheres are recognized as national treasures and symbols of Costa Rican heritage. The Gobekli Tepe, in southeastern Turkey, perched atop a grassy hill near the ancient city of Urfa, lies Gobekli Tepe, a site that has rewritten human history. Discovered in the 1990s by German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt, this 11,000-year-old complex predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years and is considered the world's oldest known temple. Its massive carved stones, some towering 16 feet and weighing up to 10 tons, were crafted by prehistoric people who had no metal tools, pottery, or domesticated animals. Gobekli Tepe consists of circles of T-shaped pillars, many of which are elaborately carved with animals like lions, scorpions, and vultures. These carvings suggest a symbolic world far removed from the practical concerns of survival. Unlike other archaeological sites, Gobekli Tepe offers no evidence of permanent settlement. No homes, no cooking hearths, and no trash pits. Instead, this was a sacred place where hunters gathered for rituals and ceremonies. Schmidt's groundbreaking theory challenges the traditional view of human development. Archaeologists had long believed that agriculture and settled communities were prerequisites for building monumental structures. Gobekli Tepe flips that narrative. Schmidt argued that the immense effort required to construct the site, coordinating hundreds of workers, likely spurred the development of organized societies and eventually agriculture. Within the 1,000 years of Gobekli Tepe's construction, nearby communities began domesticating animals and cultivating crops. Gobekli Tepe covers 22 acres, but only a small portion has been excavated. Beneath its buried layers lie more stone circles, waiting to be uncovered, promising new insights into early history. The Terracotta Army. In 1974, a group of farmers digging a well in China's Shanxi province made an unexpected discovery that would forever alter our understanding of ancient history. What they unearthed was nothing short of astonishing. Thousands of life-sized terracotta soldiers, horses, and chariots meticulously crafted and arranged in military formation. This massive underground army was guarding the tomb of one of the most legendary figures in Chinese history, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. The Terracotta Army isn't just a collection of statues, it's a glimpse into the soul of an empire and a ruler's obsession with immortality. Qin Shi Huang's reign, which began in 221 BC, marked the unification of China under a single banner. However, his ambition extended far beyond uniting a nation. He sought to achieve eternal life, and the army was a way of ensuring protection and dominance in the afterlife. The discovery of the Terracotta Army was an accident, but it quickly became one of the most extraordinary archaeological finds of the 20th century. To date, more than 8,000 life-sized figures have been uncovered, each unique in appearance, from their facial expressions to their hairstyles and armor. These statues were not merely decorative, they were crafted representations of real soldiers, some of whom may have once lived in Qin Shi Huang's vast empire. It's believed that the army was created to serve as a means of defense for the emperor after his death, ensuring his safety in the afterlife from both spiritual and earthly threats. The Terracotta Army is just the beginning of the secrets surrounding Qin Shi Huang's tomb. The emperor, who ruled with absolute power, was obsessed with immortality. His search for a fountain of youth led him to send expeditions to the farthest reaches of the earth in search of elixirs, hoping to ward off death. His quest for eternal life even included sending out emissaries to retrieve rare herbs and magical potions, all in a desperate attempt to prolong his reign beyond death. In addition to the army, Qin Shi Huang's tomb is said to be a vast underground palace with rivers of mercury, precious gems, and traps designed to protect the emperor from tomb robbers. Some historians believe that the emperor's tomb may still be largely untouched, and its secrets are hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. The Terracotta Army and the tomb continue to capture the imagination of historians and tourists alike, offering an unparalleled look into the complexities of China. The Longyou Caves. In 1992, 4 farmers in Longyou County, located in China's Zhejiang province, made a discovery that would fuel one of the most perplexing mysteries in archaeology. While draining water from their ponds, local legends had long claimed the ponds were bottomless. They unearthed an astonishing series of underground chambers, which would later become known as the Longyou Caves. These 24 vast, hand-carved sandstone caverns are some of the most extraordinary underground structures ever discovered. Yet, despite their monumental scale and intricate craftsmanship, the origins, builders, and purpose remain shrouded in mystery. At first glance, the Longyou Caves appear to be a massive ancient construction project. They spread across a vast expanse, and what's more intriguing is the sheer precision of their design. The chambers feature straight walls and ceilings supported by huge stone pillars, large carvings, stairways, and drainage systems, showing an advanced understanding of engineering. The walls bear uniform chisel marks, pointing to a methodical, organized construction process. Over the years, further excavations revealed another 19, bringing the total number of chambers to 24. Together, these chambers cover an area of 30,000 square meters, and each cave has a floor area of over 1,000 square meters with heights ranging from 10 to 30 meters. The cave's engineering is nothing short of speculator. Each cave is equipped with a single entrance, which connects to a vertical shaft with a sculpted staircase designed to channel rainfall and surface runoff into the caverns. However, what is most baffling is the lack of historical records or evidence of the people who constructed these caves. There are no tools, debris, or records of construction, and no surviving account or reference. This absence of evidence has made the Longyou Caves one of the greatest archaeological puzzles in history. Despite extensive investigations, Longyou continues to defy explanation. The mystery surrounding their origins and purpose continues to intrigue historians, archaeologists, and adventurers. Could these ancient caves be the remnant of an advanced civilization, or were they the work of a forgotten dynasty, whose achievements have been obscured by time? The Piri Reis map. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral and cartographer, Piri Reis, created a map that would become one of the most controversial and intriguing documents in history, the Piri Reis map. Made on gazelle skin, this map is proof of the level of cartographic knowledge in the 16th century. But what makes this map truly remarkable is not just its age or its intricate design, it is the incredible details that suggest the existence of ancient knowledge far beyond what was thought possible at that time. Rediscovered in 1929 at Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, this ancient map offers a detailed depiction of Europe, Africa, and the Americas. What makes it extraordinary is not just its accuracy for its time, but also its mysterious features, particularly the depiction of Antarctica before it was officially discovered. The map shows a large, ice-free portion of Antarctica, which most historians agree wasn't sighted by Europeans until 1829. So how could Piri Reis know about it over 300 years earlier? Piri Reis claimed in his notes that the map was based on about 20 earlier sources, including maps from explorers like Christopher Columbus. This might explain some of its accurate features, but the map's strange details, like the depiction of the southern continent, continue to spark heated debate. In addition to the Antarctica mystery, the map also includes areas that were later discovered but were unknown to many cartographers of the 16th century, such as part of South America. The map's unusual azimuthal projection using compass roses, instead of traditional latitude and longitude, further adds intrigue, leading some to speculate the map contains hidden knowledge. The Saqsaywaman Fortress. Saqsaywaman Fortress, located just outside Cusco, Peru, is an architectural marvel that continues to captivate visitors with its grandeur. Built in the 15th century, during the reign of Inca Pachacutec, this massive fortress was designed to protect the city of Cusco and serve as a religious center. The origin of its name Saqsaywaman has multiple interpretations, each rich in meaning. One of them is satisfied hawk. Another links the name to Saqsa, beaten maize, Uma, head, and the last interpretation, city of stones. What makes Saqsaywaman truly impressive is its construction. The fortress of massive stone blocks, some weighing over 300 tons, perfectly interlocked without the use of mortar. The precision of stoneworks is so exact that not even a piece of paper can fit between them. This architectural feat has puzzled experts for centuries, and remains one of the greatest achievements of the Inca civilization. During the Spanish conquest, much of the fortress was damaged, with its stone repurposed for colonial buildings in Cusco. However, much of the original structure remains. The ulfberht swords. The ulfberht sword is one of the most iconic weapons from the Viking Age. This blade, known for its superior craftsmanship and inscriptions, was more than just a weapon. It was a symbol of power, prestige, and advanced metallurgy. But what made it stand out among the weapons on time? One of the standout features of the ulfberht sword was the advanced steel used to create it. Unlike most weapons of the time, these swords were forged from crucible steel, which contained a higher carbon content. This made the blade both stronger and more flexible, a significant technological leap for the era. The process of creating such steel was labor-intensive and required a high level of skills, making the sword a masterpiece of Viking craftsmanship. The sword wasn't just functional, it was a status symbol. To possess one was to signal not only wealth but also an elevated position within the Viking society. These swords are often reserved for the elite, leaders, powerful warriors, and those with the means to afford such a prized possession. The quality of the blade was unmatched, and owning one meant you had access to some of the finest weapons technology of the time. One of the most intriguing aspects of the sword is the inscription. Historians have long debated what it signifies. The true meaning remains uncertain, adding layers of mystery to the sword's legendary status. The Mount Owen Claw. In 1993, a team of archaeologists ventured into a remote cave system on Mount Owen in New Zealand. They discovered an enormous dinosaur-like claw, perfectly preserved with flesh and scaly skin. The claw was so well preserved it appeared as if it had been recently shed, raising questions about its origin. Further analysis revealed that the claw belonged to an upland moa, a prehistoric bird that had vanished more than 3,000 years ago. The upland moa was among the smaller species of moa, typically reaching a height of around 4 feet. These flightless birds, once dominant in New Zealand's forests, were wiped out of human haunting and habitat destruction shortly after the Polynesians arrived in the 13th century. Their extinction, coupled with the loss of the Haast's eagles, its primary predator, marked a significant ecological shift. Since Mao's discovery in 1839, many mummified remains have been found, some with intact feathers, skin, and muscles. The Mount Owen claw is one of the most remarkable finds, offering a glimpse into a long past. Modern scientists have even explored the possibility of resurrecting the moa through cloning, using well-preserved DNA samples. Though a moa revival remains a long shot, the ongoing fascination with this giant bird keeps its memory alive. The Dogu figures. In the world of archaeology, few discoveries are as puzzling as Japan's Dogu figurine. These days, artifacts, exclusively from the Jomon period, 14,000 to 300 BCE, have captured the imagination of researchers and enthusiasts alike. Unearthed in the western region, rogue figures stand 4 to 12 inches tall and boast a unique design that continues to baffle experts. The exact role of Dogu remains a mystery. Some archaeologists believe they symbolize fertility, much like the Venus figurines of prehistoric Europe. Their wide hips and feminine bust are reminiscent of the pregnant female form, leading to speculation that they were aids for childbirth or used to ensure fertility. Others suggest Dogu was effigies in simulated burial ceremonies. They come in various subtypes, each with distinct features. Among the famous is the goggle-eyed Dogu. Despite decades of research, Dogu figures remain a mystery. Are they symbols of fertility, tools for rituals, or representations of a deeper spiritual belief system? The tongue stone. In a discovery from a Roman British burial site in Northamptonshire, archaeologists discovered the skeleton of a man with an unusual and macabre feature, a stone lodged in place of his tongue. This man's body was buried face down and was uncovered at Stanwick, near the River Nene, dating back to the 3rd or 4th century AD. Archaeologists theorize that the man's tongue may have been amputated either as a form of punishment or due to self-inflicted harm, possibly stemming from mental health issues. The placement of the stone in his mouth and the prone burial position suggest a community that may have viewed him as threatening or deviant. Such burials, designed to prevent the dead from rising or disturbing the living, were not uncommon during this period. evidence of infection in the bones supports the theory of tongue amputation. Interestingly, the practice of replacing missing body parts with objects, duchess stones or pots, has been identified in other Roman Britain graves. The burial was discovered in 1991, but only recently have researchers conducted detailed analyses in controlled laboratory conditions. The cemetery where this skeleton was found contained 35 individuals, yet none exhibited mutilations as striking as this one, the mystery coins. At Katsuren Castle in Okinawa, Japan, archaeologists unearthed 10 copper coins, some of which date back to the Roman Empire's 3rd and 4th centuries. The find, announced in 2016, raises questions about how these ancient coins, originating from half a world away, ended up at a medieval Japanese castle active between the 12th and 15th centuries. The coins were identified by archaeologist Toshio Tsukamoto, who recognized their significance during a site visit. 4 coins were confirmed as Roman, while another was linked to the 17th century Ottoman Empire. The remaining coins are still under analysis. The most plausible theory suggests that the coins reached Japan much later than their minting, possibly through trade routes involving China or Southeast Asia. Peru's Nazca lines. The Nazca lines, massive geoglyphs in Peru's southern desert, consist of over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric patterns, and 79 animal and plant designs, some as large as skyscrapers. Created by removing surface rocks to expose lighter soil beneath, they have ensured centuries in this arid region. First studied in 1926 and fully revealed by aerial views in the 1930s, their purpose remains debated. Early researchers like Paul Kosok and Maria Reiche believed they served astronomical purposes, possibly as a celestial calendar. Modern theories suggest they were part of rituals to honor God and secure rain, with trapezoids acting as ceremonial spaces. Tutankhamun's tomb, hidden in the Valley of the Kings. The tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy pharaoh of ancient Egypt's 18th dynasty, has amazed the world since its discovery. Known as KV62, the tomb is a relatively modest resting place, smaller and less elaborately adorned than unparalleled insight into the material culture of ancient Egypt. Howard Carter and his team found the tomb in 1922, sparking the media frenzy. The richness of the burial goods, coupled with the mystery of the young pharaoh's life and death, made this discovery the most celebrated in Egyptology. While the tomb offered limited evidence about Tutankhamun's reign or the Amarna period, it illuminates the practice of tomb robbery and the lifestyle of Egypt's elite. Most artifacts from KV62 were moved to the Egyptian Museum in Cairo and later the Grand Egyptian Museum in Giza. However, Tutankhamun's mummy and sarcophagus remain in the original tomb, drawing thousands of visitors each year. Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls, ancient manuscripts dating from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE, were discovered between 1947 and 1956 in caves near Khirbet Qumran, along the Dead Sea's northwestern shore. These scrolls, primarily written in Hebrew, with some in Aramaic and Greek, were preserved on parchment, with a few on papyrus. The initial discovery occurred in 1847 when Bodoinin stumbled upon several scrolls in a cave. Archaeologists E. L. Sukenik acquired 3 for the Hebrew University, while the remaining figures were smuggled to the US subsequent expeditions between 1949 and 1956, led by Bedouins and archaeologists from the École Biblique and the Rockefeller Museum, unearthed fragments from approximately 950 manuscripts. These fragments, though mostly incomplete, have provided invaluable insights into Jewish religious practices, history, and culture during the Second Temple period. The Holy Jar. The Holy Jar remains one of the most interesting artifacts of the Roman era. This 40 centimeters jar, riddled with holes, was painstakingly reconstructed from the 180 fragments discovered in the Museum of Ontario Archaeology's storage room. While it is widely believed that the jar arrived in Canada from Great Britain, its exact origin is debated. Some suggest it came from the Roman-era excavations in London near the Mithraeum, a temple dedicated to the deity Mithra, while others proposed it may date back to ancient Mesopotamia, possibly excavated by Charles Leonard Woolley. Scholars initially speculated that it might be a glirarium, a jar used by Romans to fatten edible dormice, a delicacy at the time. These jars typically included internal paths and food holders for the animals, though such features are absent in this artifact. What makes the jar especially fascinating is its status as a singular find. No similar artifact has been uncovered to date. Whether it served a practical, religious, or decorative purpose, this particular vessel continues to intrigue archaeologists. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you enjoyed it, kindly like and subscribe for more interesting content like this. We'd also love to hear your thoughts on these mysterious discoveries. Stay tuned till next time.